Okay, moving on to 5.3. This is question 1. And what consists of two expressions separated by an equal sign? An equation. So when there is an equal sign, this becomes an equation. So an equation looks something like this, like 3x plus 10 equals to 1. That's an equation. And if you just have 3x plus 10, this will be an expression. So even if there's an equal sign here, because there's nothing here, so it will still be considered as an expression. So an equation is going to look something like this when you have an expression on each side and then in the middle you have an equal sign in between them. And then B, solution to an equation is a what that makes the true statement when substituted into the original equation. It's a number. I would say it's just a number that makes a true statement. Let's see what they have. 5.3. So they're using the word constant. So remember, constant is just a number that, because it's a number, that therefore it doesn't change. That's why it's called constant. So this is a constant. That makes a true statement when substituted into the original equation. And C, in an equation with a negative constant, you want to add the same positive constant to each side to isolate the variable. You know, this is a concept that you have learned in grade 7 already. If I have something minus 2 equals to 5, if you want to guess the something, what you can do is you can say this something must be 5 plus 2, right? So you just do the opposite. These are addition and subtraction facts that you have learned before, right? So 5 plus 2 is 7, and you can see 7 minus 2 is 5, right? So in algebra, it's the same idea. In math, we are starting to use the concept of algebra. If you have x minus 2 equals to 5, you can say that x equals to 5 plus 2. We want to emphasize that what we are really doing is we are just adding 2 on both sides of the equation. So when you have x minus 2, you're really just adding 2 on both sides of the equation. Okay, so whenever you have a variable, minus a number, if you want to get rid of the minus 2, you can just add 2. Whatever you do on the left-hand side, you need to do the same on the right-hand side. And x minus 2 plus 2 is just x, because minus 2 plus 2 is 0. You get x equals to 7, right? So in an equation with a negative constant, we want to add the same positive constant to each side of the equation to isolate the variable. So the answer is positive constant. So let me illustrate this with algebra tiles. Yeah, no algebra tiles already. So you see, if someone tells me x plus 5 equals to 7, I can say that this is x, and then adding 5, right, just 5 little square. And this equals, when you think about this on a scale, it just means that it is balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? On this little scale, this is currently balanced. Now, if I want to solve for x, if I just want to know how heavy is x on this scale, well, what I can do is I can just take away 5 on both sides, right? Right, we can totally just take this out and also take 5 out, then it should still be balanced because I have removed an equal amount on both sides of the scale. So now it's very clear that you can say x must be 2. So this is what we mean when we have, if you think about this in an equation, this is x plus 5 equals to 7. When you take away 5 on both sides, you just subtracting 5 on both sides. Right, so you kind of do the opposite to whatever is here. So you can isolate x, so you can solve for x. You get x equals to 2. Okay? So D, in an equation with a positive constant, we want to add the same negative constant So when in an equation with a positive constant, you want to add the same negative constant to each side to isolate the variable. Okay, I will see you in question 2.